We are back, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We're talking Off the Beaten Path Bookstore, where, who else? Ron Kroll.
Morning.
Good morning to you.
It's snowing.
It is snowing. It's glorious out there.
Yeah, it
It's a
really
lovely
is.
morning.
Finally.
Yes. We just appreciate it more this year, I think, is what it is.
I don't know what it is, but it's been so rare to see snow
Yes.
this early in the morning. It was delightful.
I know, it's really pretty, especially when we come to work and it's, dark and it's kind of shimmery. And well, I say we, I mean Mitch and I. Paluch comes a little bit later. It's okay.
6:59.
He's here by 6:59 most mornings, so that's good. So the Yampa Valley Sustainability Council putting on a talk tonight, their Talking Green
Right.
series, and you brought in Auden Schendler's book.
Yes.
He's going to be here tonight for that talk.
Yes, Getting Green Done. This is a book he published in 2009, and I brought it in for a couple of reasons. I certainly wanted to help remind people of this really unique opportunity to hear somebody who is not just focused on the ideas of what sustainability is or should be, but how to get it done.
Okay.
And that's what his book, the title is Getting Green Done. He really focuses on this is hard and you have to do real stuff to begin to make a difference.
Okay.
He describes it, as the insane difficulty of implementing sustainability. And so I wanted to bring his book in because I hope people will go and listen to Auden and have a conversation with him about what Aspen's trying to do to get green done, and to think about how we could translate it here, but also to think about getting his book, to support him. The book's an entertaining read. It's remarkably readable, but wow, he gets into how hard it is.
Have you heard him speak before?
I have not.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, yeah. Well, we spoke with Kim last week, I think, when she came and told us to get ready for this. The first one in the series, in the Talking Green series, always a huge successful series that the Yampa Valley Sustainability Council puts together. So a good kickoff will be tonight with Auden. I think a lot of people are looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think it would be really important for folks to show up and get his book. We'll be there to help him sell it, and to get a conversation going at the beginning of this year about what it is we really have to do to move the needle. Otherwise, as he says, he says in this book that if you follow the projections for climate change, Aspen will become like Amarillo, Texas by the year 2030.
Wow. Okay.
You can kind of move the map down to Amarillo. And,
all right. It's a little scary, huh?
Yeah.
Well, what would you suggest? You've obviously read the book, and we'll learn more about it tonight by hearing him speak, but what are some of the things that you learned from reading this book?
Well, I mean, the thing that, I don't want to steal his thunder. I want people to go out and hear what he has to say, but I think the thing that struck me the most is that a lot of the things that we think about as kind of contributions, let's take a simple thing, which I still think is important, like taking reusable bags to the grocery store and not using plastic bags. And we all, we try to do that. Not always succeed, but we try to do that, and we think it's our contribution. And I think one of the things he says, that's fine, do that, but it's a tiny, tiny contribution, and there's so much more.
Okay, all right, some good ideas in there, I bet, and we'll hear more about that tonight. You just got back from a book conference where you, kind of the SIA of your trade, I would imagine.
Exactly. So every year, the American Booksellers Association puts on something called Winter Institute. It's a 3-day conference. This year it was in New Orleans. And it focuses on 3 topics. It brings together booksellers from across the United States, from independent bookstores, focuses on what books that are new coming out in the next 6 months. Second thing is it talks about business models and how one can succeed in business. And the third thing it does is it brings a few people from the big industry point of view, like publishing, out to talk to bookstores.
Nice, okay.
So yeah, we had a very interesting week learning about things like e-books and how people can buy e-books from independent bookstores, including ours, and on what kinds of devices. We heard about some really interesting, fascinating books that will be coming out, and I'll be back to talk about some of those in
Okay.
the coming weeks.
Okay, so, well, I
So-
always ask you this because I'm going on vacation next week, so I'll miss out next week. So what should I be reading on the plane and poolside?
There is a book that let's see, I've talked to you about this book before, so let me pick something you
Okay.
haven't heard of. Let me pick a more serious book, which is a book called 10 Letters.
Okay.
It's a commentary on American society today. It's written from the perspective of letters written to the president. So every night, President Obama gets a briefing book. And in that briefing book, in the front, is a selection of 10 letters from the thousands he gets every day. And this author has taken a sampling of those 10 letters over a period of year and gone and interviewed the writers and their families and told their stories. It's kind of a portrait of America today.
Very cool. That sounds very
It's a-
interesting. I
it's a
love
neat
unique
book.
perspectives like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one. I'm going to take it with me on the plane.
Yeah.
Done. Alrighty, so 2 different places people can go to enjoy Off the Beaten Path Bookstore downtown and on the mountain in the Sheridan. The talk tonight is going to be downtown.
No, it's at the Sheridan.
It's at the Sheridan,
at
okay.
Bear River, right around the corner from the Off the Beaten Path 2 at the
Okay,
Sheridan.
perfect.
So
Okay.
folks should come in.
Okay, get the book, hear Auden talk. It's going to be a